Fun fact, this shirt didn't actually used to be pink. I just don't know how to wash my clothes properly. What's up everyone, John from Beyond ARTV. It's time for an episode of 7 on Sunday, my weekly countdown series, and today's episode I'm actually very excited for. I came up with an idea for this episode kind of on a whim. I was listening to a song and I thought about how nostalgic I was for it, and then I decided that I would make an entire list of songs dedicated to this topic. And now when you think nostalgia, you think back to the past. Maybe you think back on better times, or maybe you just associate a certain event or time in your life with the music. And today I want to make a clear line in the sand that I am not just talking about songs that I personally am nostalgic for. These are songs written about nostalgia by the band or the artist. These are ones that evoke those feelings because the artist themselves that was penning the lyrics was nostalgic for something, and it truly comes out in the song. These are 7 that I do feel like you guys will enjoy. There's a variety of different styles covered here, and if you want to listen to them all, there's going to be a playlist linked down below. As always, drop a like on the video, and let's go ahead and start the countdown.
Growing up, I had a dream in my mind. Then it came true, now it got me losing my mind. I don't wanna seem ungrateful, so I keep it inside. Got me reminiscing, thinking of a simpler time. Like, me and Nobes used to skate down the block, passing time, spitting rhymes at the old parking lot.
Joe Mulheron, known by his stage name of Nothing Nowhere, is an emo rapper and alternative artist who rose to prominence within the past year or two. He's got a lot of great songs that I do like, and he often talks about nostalgia in his music, but the track I've selected today is Better from his album Ruiner. This is a song that I hold in high regard and I look to because I feel like I relate to a lot of Joe's story. His upbringing, I mean, we're both 26 years old. We probably saw a lot of the same type of things, especially judging based on what he touches on in his lyrical content. On this song, Better, he talks about longing for his friends, skating, doing other fun, carefree activities, but now being older and being ridden with maybe perhaps depression, anxiety, all of these other feelings and foes of life. And he's thinking, okay, maybe I should go back to the past if I could, but he's also aware of the fact that he's looking at it through rose-colored glasses. Maybe everything was better back then, but in the refrain, he sings, was it all really better then? Aware of the fact that maybe it wasn't all that great, and maybe we're at the place we should be, but you're also in this down state currently, so you're thinking, maybe things had to have been better in the past. And I know that feeling, and I know a lot of people will connect to it too. At number 6, we have Damage I've Done by the alternative rock band Ann Arbor. These guys have not been that consistent over the years in terms of putting stuff out regularly, but I am glad that they've stuck through it. They never had the fan base that they deserved, and I do feel like they're pretty underrated, and this song Damage I've Done was one of my favorites of 2013. They were signed to Hopeless Records at the time, and I wish that this track had gotten more promotion because it's very upbeat, it has a sunny disposition, but once you actually dive into the lyrics, you see somebody crying out for going back to yesteryear. I wish I had done things differently is basically a summation of what's going on in the song Damage I've Done. They've been reckless in the past, they haven't exactly been a good friend to people, maybe they haven't even been a good family member. Whatever the case is, this song tackles it. And it does it all over this great bass, guitar, and I love the drumming on the song too. The way that the vocals just really soar on the hook and are more subdued during the verse really helps sell the idea of nostalgia. Time really flies, and this song makes you think back on those days.
Why is goodbye so hard to say? Everything's caving in. Several ties like a ghost in the night.
Speaking of underrated bands, and at number 5, we have Motion City Soundtrack with Days Will Run Away. This is actually the final song in the track listing from their final album before they disbanded, Panic Stations. This came out in 2015, and this track in particular instantly struck a chord with me. It talks about nostalgia and the fact that time is always moving. It's this changing, evolving being. And sure, that might not sound extraordinary, it might not sound like the newest idea in the book, but the way that Motion City actually make this song hit home, it's truly emotional. It makes you vulnerable and feel for the band, who are kind of fading out. They never got the glory that they ever deserved, and they felt like they maybe were on the cusp of something, and now all of these days have passed. The band is older now, things have changed, and they don't feel like maybe they made the progress they should have. It's really introspective, and it's absolutely a flamethrower emotionally.
Let me photograph you in this light in case it is the last time that we might be exactly like we were before we realized we were sad of getting old and made us restless.
I'm not afraid to say that many of the songs on this list have definitely made me tear up or cry at least a couple of times, and number 4 is no exception to that. When We Were Young by Adele. Now, obviously, you probably know Adele as the biggest superstar in the world, selling over 3 million pure copies in the United States with her last album, 25. This cut is from said album, and When We Were Young instantly hit me. It's beautiful. It talks about the fact that a photograph holds a memory, and it has all of these people, and she's basically saying, let me photograph it with my mind. It's not a physical photograph, but a mental one. And it's captured in such an elegant way. The spirit of the music just feels older, maybe like mixing the 60s with Adele's modern style. Her voice is timeless, and this song feels like it should be played at like a ball or something, and maybe people are slowly leaving and Adele's trying to take this all in because it's like maybe these people will never be here all at the same time again. Let me take a photograph with my mind. I'm not trying to ruin the moment. I'm not going to take out my phone and take a picture. I'm going to remember this moment forever because I lived it. And that is just so beautiful. And she recalls in the future, it seems like, on this song, looking back at this moment and savoring the fact that she had it, but also tearing up a little bit because it's never coming back.
One day we will die and our ashes will fly from the aeroplane over the sea. But for now we are young, let us lay in the sun and count every beautiful thing we can see.
I don't know if it's just me, but I always felt a huge sense of nostalgia while listening to the title track from In the Aeroplane Over the Sea by Neutral Milk Hotel. Jeff Mangum is definitely a lyrical genius in many ways. I feel like he had a lot of commentary and a lot of insight into life. And on this one in particular, over a rambunctious but also pretty smooth instrumental, I would say, one that just kind of puts you out the pasture essentially. He talks about all of the ideas of fading and the fact that life is here right now. For now, we are young. Let us lay in the sun and count every beautiful thing we can see. I actually considered getting that tattooed on my body because I love the lyrics that much. One of my favorites of all time. And it actually seemingly talks about the fact that one day our ashes are going to be scattered over the ocean. We're going to die, essentially. So let's soak this in. So nostalgia definitely comes to mind. It also makes you think of impending doom, but it also makes you look back at the past and the life that you lived. And I feel like the song gives me a smile because of that.
This dream isn't feeling sweet, but reeling through the midnight streets, and I've never felt more alone. Feels so scary getting on. This dream isn't feeling sweet, but reeling through the midnight streets, and I've never felt more alone.
Lorde was always a cut above her peers, not only in music but also in intelligence, I feel like, and a song like my number 2 choice, Ribs, truly proves that. Ribs is a song that was written and feels so much more mature, like it could have come from somebody who was 30 years old, but it was written by somebody who was like 15, 16 years old at the time. It was included on her debut album, Pure Heroine, and this one truly evokes emotion in the sense that it's like everything is changing, and we're doing this thing to try and make ourselves laugh and get through this situation, but I'm actually very scared about the fact that adulthood is here. It's breathing down my neck, and I know that things are never going to be the same. We're never going to be able to do this stuff. I want it back, she exclaims on here, but it's not coming back. And the beauty of the song lays within obviously the lyrics, but also the vocal layering, the melodies here. It's all sprinkled in so well, and her and producer Joel Little cooked up something so perfect.
Oh, simple thing, where have you gone? I'm getting old and I need something to rely on. So tell me when you're gonna let me in.
There was absolutely no contest for the number one spot. As much as I love all of the other songs on the list, the number one spot has to go to Somewhere Only We Know by the UK rock band Keane. They started off as more of a piano rock band and definitely evolved their sound over time, but this track still found them in their piano-based days. This song means so much to me personally, and I feel like it's something that really anybody can latch onto, especially if you're growing up. You're over the age of like 16, 17, 18, 19. If you're in the college age especially, you're gonna start looking back on these memories. And with Facebook, Instagram, everything like that making it easier than ever to look back at your past photos, memories, things you used to do, it can be a bit sad at times. And honestly, this song has made me break down in tears so many times thinking about just childhood, fun, youth, people I'll never see again, friends I had, the memories that are tied to them. Let's go somewhere only we know, he cries out on this beautiful, beautiful, almost haunting song. It's something that definitely grounds you in a way because it makes you realize that you're human and you felt these things, whether it be as a child or as an adult, but it's also okay to let go of those emotions. It's okay to feel something. It's okay to not suppress it. Somewhere Only We Know, a truly beautiful, beautiful song, but also a beautiful place because it's in your mind, and whatever your mind can conjure up of these memories is what this song holds for you. I had a lot of other songs that I considered for this list, so I definitely want to do a part 2 at some point. Please drop a like on this video if you would like to see part 2 of nostalgic songs in the future. If you want to listen to any of the songs that I included today, then please check out the playlist link down below. Don't forget to drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more music-based content like this. And other than that, if you want to, you can support me on Patreon. It helps the videos like this keep coming, not only on this channel, but my main channel, ARTV, as well. It's the top link down below. You can also access my Patreon by tapping this annotation over in the corner of the screen. If you want to see the last episode of 7 on Sunday, then please tap right over here, or tap here to see another recent video I made on the channel. All of my social media links, including my Twitch where I do live streams every Monday, are linked in the description down below. And other than that, I'll see you very soon for more right here on Beyond ARTV.